Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another edition of our Glow Glowing Tips. Yeah, we have an interesting topic today, as usual. Always, we just try to bring on this platform topics and skincare issues that are very relatable, like what basically the everyday man and woman has to face on their skincare journey. And so today our topic is intrinsic aging, and we are bringing the conversation of intrinsic aging for a reason, because aging is a topic or is a conversation that is something very frequent you hear in the skincare community. As a matter of fact, I think most formulations are bettered out of the whole subject of aging, because when people are asking and wanting cosmetically, how can I douse this issue or conversation of aging. And that takes us to the definition. We have to start with the definition of intrinsic aging today before we even come. It's going to be a very short video. We cannot go into it's a broad spectrum. So, but we just want to drop in something in here tonight or this morning or this afternoon, depending where you're hearing from. And then, the conversation always continues. So, but let me take our time to say, if this is your first time in our community, you're just coming across my video for the first time, I'm saying hi and thank you for watching. Also, take our time to like, subscribe. When you do, air thoughts. Um, Other people have the opportunity to see more of our videos, and also you could hit the notification button, so when there's a new video you'll be the first person to see it. We also want to use this opportunity to say thank you to everyone who consistently like and watch our video. You're the real MVP. Thank you. Here are your kisses. Okay, back to the topic. So intrinsic aging, very interesting topic, but let's start with definition. What is intrinsic aging? I'm not just going to use big terminologies today, because I just want it to stick. Every time you think about intrinsic aging, you can basically say what it is. It is just natural aging. That's what intrinsic aging is, natural aging, which is to say that everybody would age. So the conversation about aging is okay, because everybody will age. And some women would say, don't bring up the subject of aging, because the cosmetic world almost want to make us feel like there's something wrong when we're aging. So some women are not comfortable with the discussion or conversation. But the truth is, even if we don't have the conversation, everybody will age. And cosmetic science is not saying don't age. Even though there are modalities and a lot of technology and invention coming on the scene that tries to or helps to like slow down the process of aging, um, that's not what the conversation is about. The conversation, I feel, for me, is the awareness first that there is natural aging. Everybody is going to age, whether you like it or not. But the question is, how do you respond to the aging process that humanity has to deal with? And at certain age, because there is a age where it becomes obvious, like your body literally tells you that the aging process has set in. So for women and for men that are already stepping into or are already in that time frame that is so obvious that the aging process is being activated, there is a natural um, I want to use the word fear, but there's a natural agitation that comes with that. So these are the moments where you see flight in increase of products, so more purchases, increased regimen. So there is an agitation and there is a reaction that comes, because now, oh, what can I do? And then when you look at the videos popping up on TikToks and some of all these beauty handles, the agitation increases, because now you're like, okay, maybe this is not what I'm eating, this is not what I'm applying, maybe that's why I'm aging. And this is the tip for today. When you give into that flow, especially when you come into that time zone of where you start to see visible signs of aging, then you work against your body. Now, the body even wants you to work against it when you get into that time frame, because the natural response is to react. So that's why I said you go into flight mode of increase of product regimen. You're thinking, what can I do? Every suggestion or every tip you see, you take it, because you feel like I gotta do something. Maybe this is not what I'm doing. That's why the signs of aging shown. The tips for today is immediately you come into that time frame where you start seeing visible, and it's okay to see visible, because there's nothing you can do. Like I said, intrinsic aging is natural aging. Everybody will age. So, but what the best thing to do is not even the increase the flight in product, it's not even the increase in looking for regimens that, okay, what can I do? It's not all of that. I'm not saying those are not necessary. It's not even the change of that. I'm not saying it's not necessary. The first response is not reaction, is to respond. Even as your body is showing you those signs of aging, don't get into flight soon. Don't react, respond. How do you respond? It is time for you to learn your body, learn your skin. What works in your 20s will not work in your 30s. What works in your 40s will not work in your 50s. And for every of this time zone, your body will speak to you if you're willing to listen. And it will take you on a journey. That's why we call it skincare. On this platform, we say we help you go on a skincare journey. So it's a journey. So because in that journey is learning, is observation, is being attentive. These are critical things you must do on the journey to intrinsic aging, which is a normal phenomenon that will happen to every man, every woman. And once you can respond rather than react, then the rest is history. Like I said, it's a broad spectrum. There are other dimensions to it, but today, this is what we're dropping here for you. So, hey, if you're in that time zone, don't react, respond to your body and your skin. Then your skin will begin to tell you what it wants. Now, this is very, very fundamental, but I can't go further than that. Stay tuned for more tips on Her Glow Beauty Spa. And remember, sometimes all you need to do is to speak to an esthetician. So